In this video, we are going to discuss about Kirchhoff's second rule, that is Kirchhoff's voltage rule. This voltage rule is also called as loop rule because, as we know, voltage is nothing but the potential difference. Potential difference, we need at least two minimum points. Okay, so and for voltage to exist, the circuit should always be in a closed way. So it should be closed like this, some way. So if it is closed, it will start from one point and it will again loop into the same point, again in loop into that particular way. So it is called as loop rule. So in a closed circuit, according to the rule is that in a closed circuit, the so see it as it is called voltage rule, right? So according to this, for voltage rule, you're going for current rule, you've added up the currents. So here for the voltage rule, you're going to add up the voltage value. So what is voltage? V. You can also write, according to the Ohm's law, V can also be written as V is equal to IR, isn't it? So instead of voltage, I can also write it as I into R, that is product of current and resistance. Whatever it is same. So algebraic sum of voltage is also is also same, or else algebraic sum of product of current and resistance is also same. Okay, so in this statement they have given us product of current and resistance. Okay, so in a closed circuit, the algebraic sum of product of current and resistance of each part of the circuit is equal to total EMF in the circuit. Okay, in that case, sum of currents will be equal to 0, but in this case, for the closed circuit, the current and the resistance value at each part will be equal to the total EMF supplied, that is the total and battery voltage. This is what is the rule. Okay, again for the current rule, what we did, current entering into the point is positive, leaving out is negative, right? Similarly, you're going to give this one as IR plus IR plus IR, which is called the algebraic sum of product of current and resistor, right? So if you write it like this, you will have some positive value and negative value. You're going to see that IR will be positive when the direction of current I take is same as that of the same in all the case. Okay, if one IR value and the other IR value, current flowing direction changes for each resistance, then if it is opposite, then it is taken as negative. You'll understand when you see with the circuit here. Okay, and similarly the EMF, as we said, it is equal to the total EMF, no? So EMF will also be positive when you take from the positive to when you take from negative to positive direction. You have to start from negative and you have to move towards positive. If the current flows in that direction in the circuit, then it is taken as positive itself. Okay, so I take for your understanding, we take a circuit like this. In this, see, it is completely a closed circuit. You have an EMF and the current direction also they have given. You have some 5 resistors here and current is flowing from the positive terminal of the battery and in this direction here for resistance R1, this direction for R2, this direction for R3, and for R4, for R5. Okay, so for this you're going to apply the Kirchhoff's voltage rule. So according to the voltage rule, what you're going to do, you are going to calculate the voltage for this resistor, voltage for this resistor, for this resistor, and for this resistor. The voltage is nothing but current into resistor. So you're going to write it in terms of I into R. Okay, so for first in this case it is actually the closed circuit, but for in this case you have two closed circuits. So let me take this closed circuit. See, it is closed here, it is like a loop, right? If current starts from here, always current will start from the voltage source. If it starts from here, it will flow here this way and this way. This one makes a loop. So for this closed circuit, I'm going to write the voltage rule first. In this case, I'm going to take from EMF value here the current direction is this way, which means it is starting from the negative terminal and flowing it in this way, right? So EMF is also from negative terminal to positive terminal. So EMF is taken as positive one, and the current direction is in the resistance R1 is I1. And see, this direction I'm taking this one as the one direction, and this direction is same for the loop. See, if I start from this point, I just move on in one direction, again in the same direction it is current is flowing, and in the same direction it is moving out of the point and ending at the negative terminal. So in all these cases the current direction is same, so all the values will be positive. And according to the rule, the algebraic sum of the value of this voltage, that is I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 R3 will be equal to the EMF connected in this part of the circuit. Okay, so the rule is I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 R3 will be equal to the EMF for this part. Okay, and let me consider the next part here now. Okay, at this part I'm going to take the point A as my supply point. So in this point, from this point the current flows in this direction. So when I start from here, I start to move this way and then turn away and turn this direction, and then will be moving only in this direction from the point C. Okay, this is the flow. See that the current in the resistance R4, it is moving in this direction, this one is okay, and the current I5 is moving in the direction what we have given, it is also correct. And in this case of from point C to point A, the current should actually flow in this way. When I start from A to C, it should flow in this way from right to left, but see that in the diagram the current flows from left to right, that is from A to C. So here the current direction is changed, that is it is opposite to that of that other two resistance current flow direction. So here one of the thing is in opposite direction, so for this case the value should be negative. Okay, and all the other things are same. So this voltage plus this voltage plus this voltage should be equal to EMF connected in this part. Okay, so this voltage is I4 plus I4 R4, voltage is I into R, so it is I4 R4 plus this part of voltage I5 R5. Okay, plus this part of voltage, but here the direction is opposite, so it should be negative. IR should be negative and the direction is opposite, right? So as the current flow direction is opposite to what the direction that we follow, so you have to take it as negative. So minus I2 R2, which is equal to EMF in this part of circuit. So we don't have any battery here, no EMF value here in this part of circuit, so it is equal to 0. This is what is your Kirchhoff's voltage rule. And why do we go for this Kirchhoff's voltage and current rule is that normally voltage, current and resistance are what is related with each other, and here also we deal with the current, voltage and resistance, and all the things that we deal with voltage, current and resistance, that depends upon Ohm's law. The only difference is that Ohm's law will be always suitable for the simple circuits where there you have only one or two resistors connected in series or parallel, something like that. But when you have a complex circuit, we cannot directly apply the Ohm's law. In that case, we'll be moving into this Kirchhoff's rule to calculate the relationship between current, voltage and resistor. I hope you've understood. Thank you.